Well, y'all ready for this? I told you I was going to tell you the rest of the story, and here it is. We left that Sunday evening, heading to Utah, and we stayed the night in, oh my goodness, Beaumont, Texas, I think it was. And the next morning we got up and we beat feeding it, in a good mood. Everything was great. And yeah, we stopped about 250 miles past where we were at. We said, well, we'll go ahead and get gas, go potty, grab us something to snack on. And we pulled up to the Love's truck stop. Well, when we did, of course, Ken turned off the car and I went inside and I potted to come back out. Ken got gas, did what he had to do, and went to crank the car and it wouldn't crank. Well, we thought, well, maybe something was wrong with it. No. We had lost the key fob. That's why the car wouldn't crank. We're not used to key fobs. Neither of us have cars that have key fobs. We have older vehicles. So, we're doing everything in our power, trying to get the car cranked. We call Enterprise. Enterprise said the only thing they could do was send a tow truck to pick up the van and provide me an Uber to go to Enterprise and get another vehicle. So we were really upset about that because they didn't have another van. So they were going to put us in a smaller car. Well, we had done everything to fix this van up to be like a camper. And then here we go. And yeah, there was no way we were going to stay in the car they were going to put us in. So we were a little upset about that. We weren't mad. We never got mad at each other. We just couldn't believe we lost the key fob. So we'd called the other Loves that we had stayed at the night before and asked them if they would look in the ladies' bathroom because I had the key. I was the one who lost it. So anyway, we started taking everything out of the car so that they could come get us. And we took everything, put it up beside Love's, got their permission to put it out there and everything. And we were worried because it looked like it was going to rain. And so we were back there. There was one power station left in the back of the car, and I told Ken, I said, I got it. I'll get it. I reached down and grabbed the power station, and when I did, I looked, and guess what I seen? That little fob key just sitting there in a little corner there, right by the edge, saying, here I am. Why didn't y'all see me? So I was like, oh my God. I said, Ken, come look. Guess what? Key fob right there. Ken said, you got to be shitting me. That's exactly what he said. And I was like, nope, here it is. And we just looked at each other and laughed and then looked at that big pile of stuff we had up by the side of the Loves. And everybody said, well, why didn't you take pictures? Let me tell you something. I don't know about anybody else, but when I have a crisis, I'm not thinking about pulling out my camera saying, oh, let me make sure I get all of this for YouTube, because my mind's thinking, oh my God, what can I do to fix this? So I get on the phone, I call Enterprise, I ask them, can we please cancel all of this? And I was afraid they were going to charge us for canceling everything, which they didn't. But if we would not have found that key, that fob or whatever it's called, they were going to charge us almost $1,600 to replace that fob. Oh, the thought of that just put a knot in my stomach, because we'd had to turn around because I wouldn't have been able to afford the trip then, And so anyway, long story short, they let us, get out of it and everything. And we threw everything in the back of the van. And I'm going to put some pictures in here also to show you what the van looked like before and what it looked like after we got everything back in there. So we started on back down the road. We were doing good and everything. And I told Ken, I said, here, let me crawl back in the back and I'll start putting it all back together again. But y'all, that was a joke, because for some reason, driving down the road in the back of that van, I got car sick. So we ended up having to pull over, let me out, put me back up front, and then I got okay. But let me tell you, with all of that happened, there's going to be more videos to come of our trip to Utah. We ended up having a wonderful time. It was a great trip. But I just thought this was a funny story, and I'm sorry that it took me so long to get it on here, but when we got home, we had a lot of things that had to be done, and we weren't able to get it all out there. Well, I know this was probably kind of long and boring, and it probably wasn't funny to no one but us, but I still thought I would share it. Y'all have a great day, and I cannot believe I lost a key fob. Ask me if I'll ever lose another one. Nope, it won't ever happen again. All right, guys, take care. God bless. Please like and subscribe to my page. I know I'm not much, but support an old woman who's enjoying doing this. I'll get better.